Can captured yeast transform sugar into gas? This is the Trust Repair Shop. It's a project about understanding the world firsthand. I'm not an expert, I'm just a curious person, and I'm on a 30-week speed run to recreate important technologies and discoveries for myself so I don't have to take anyone's word for it. So, in the earlier project, I tried to capture living fermentation cultures from flour and water. The whole wheat sample looked the most active, rye was second, and white or all purpose was the weakest. Now, I want to see whether those cultures can do visible work. If the captured cultures can consume sugar and produce carbon dioxide, they should inflate the balloon. So I set up 5 plastic balloons. Bottles 1 through 3 got small amounts of the starters from the earlier experiment. Bottle 4 got a full packet of store-bought pizza yeast, and that was intended to be the positive control. Bottle 5 got no yeast as a starter, that's the negative control. Every bottle got the same food source, just a tablespoon of table sugar and a quarter of a cup of water. I attached balloons to collect gas, purple for the live yeast sample, and then blue for the no yeast control. Once a day for 6 days, I gently shook each bottle to mix it and encourage activity. The main limitation was the starter pour. It was by eye, so the starter amounts were not equal by mass or by volume. After 6 days, the whole wheat starter produced the most gas. The balloon measurement was about 11 inches around at its widest point. The rye starter produced some gas, about 6.5 inches around, and the white all-purpose starter produced no measurable gas. The no yeast control also produced no gas, which was expected. The surprise was that the store-bought pizza yeast, it was supposed to be the positive control, but it produced no gas. So that means something about that control failed, and I can't honestly use this experiment to compare wild starter against commercial yeast. The part I like is, even though I can't see the organisms directly, I can directly see their effects. So flour and water became a living culture, and that culture turned sugar into gas. The experiment worked well enough to show that fermentation by rye and whole wheat starters is successful, but it failed the positive control, so that means I need a cleaner repeat before I can make stronger claims. Next time I would measure equal starter amounts and verify that the commercial yeast is active before the comparison starts.